Hello, people. Welcome to Epic Million 23. How you doing today? Well, we're gonna get straight into the message. We're not gonna be long. But the Lord spoke to me on today earlier, in regards to the ladies. And so we on this again. Um, and it's a touchy subject, of course, and it's for the dudes too. It's for pretty much everybody, all ethnicities, everybody across the board. Here's what God was sharing with me, and He wanted me to elaborate on, because He said, I want everybody to get it because I'm watching people in their feelings. I'm watching people feel some type of way. Um, I'm watching people do things disrespectfully to another. I'm watching people feel some type of way, basically, to say that again. And the Lord was saying to me that, He says, say it when I've given everyone gifts in this world. Everyone. Okay. He said, and what bothers me at times is when your sister or your brother or even the opposite opponent decides to want to meddle in your business and then basically to justify their statement or what they feel or how they feel. They'll ridicule you or defame you or whatever the case may be. Um, but the Lord was sharing with me, He said, but what I want everyone to understand, include myself, He said, you cannot go around talking about people, bad mouthing people, defaming people's name. And then as soon as the time comes for them to arrive on their pole or their pedestal, now you want to ride the coattail, but you forgotten what you had already spoken. And words have power. Um, I met a older lady today while I was washing at the laundromat, and me and her went to talking. And I'm gonna share this with you guys because it's relevant. And she was talking about how she had an incident with her and her husband, and how the lady had lied on her, and it was because of the spirit of Leviticus, jealousy, Leviathan spirit. I hope I pronounce. I'm gonna work on that pronunciation. But yes, she shared it with me, and she was African American, and she was saying the lady was white, and it was weird. I was just saying to God, it was weird she brought that conversation to me. But I'm gonna say this, and this for every woman of every age and creed and color. As a woman in a society that has a lot of bias to, a lot of things. Let me say this to every woman in America, and you could do what you please. I'm just throwing a nugget out there for you to kind of think about, and you can go from there. Do what you want if you may. If not, that's fine. Um, Let me say this to you and break some definitions down real quickly. Number one, if you're a divine individual, a earth angel, or just a divine female, you already understand clearly at that point with that title what you are supposed to be doing. And you understand that gossiping, jealousy, hate, disrespect is very unacceptable. And the thing is, as women, we all would want respect, right? And integrity and class and all that good stuff. But let me ask you a question. Have you required that from yourself? Because you can all God, that's what God was elaborating, because he said people look outside themselves. But do they really ask themselves? Do they look at themselves or look for the expectation or set the expectation for the requirement to come from them from within first versus coming from outwardly? He said, you look for someone else to love you, but have you loved yourself? He said, you look for others to respect you, but have you respect yourself? See, as women, we want men to respect us and all this good stuff. But the thing is we respecting ourselves. Because Uncle Steve told you flat out, back in just not a couple years ago, when he wrote the book, act like a lady, think like a man. Hello. See, people let that go right over their head. And the sad part is, when you dismiss God's wisdom, you dismiss your life. So he's saying all that to say, you have to understand the priorities of your characteristic and what description and identification of what lane you are in. Because too many of us think we're in a divine lane and you're in a whole lane. Too many of us think we're this and that, and we got a lot of work to do. And I know people get irritated, they get mad. Well, who she thinks she is telling me? I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you choose and what's best for you. I'm just sharing with you what the Lord shared with me to share with you. So you can do your own personal evaluation. And what he was saying, a lot of us in America, especially in all over this country, has not been doing self-evaluation. We too busy in other people's business and we wondering why ours is so still chaotic. He like, hello. He said, you got a man, but you over here in your homegirl business. And you got a whole family or whole life to attend to with your man and your children. And these women wondering why you not happy, because God said you in somebody else's business. You cannot allow, just because that's your homegirl, because that's your friend, because that's your co-worker or, associate. Let me share this with you all. And I shared this with my sister a very long time ago. Your ear gate, your eye gate, your nose gate, your mouth gate are very significant gates in your life. And when you allow anyone to speak into your ear gate trash, what do you expect for you to go from there with your eye, your nose, and your mouth? Come on, talk to me. Make it make sense, people. Ladies, make it make sense. You young ladies, let me make this very clear with you all. I love you, I respect you, but let me say this to you. When you're walking around in a spirit of jealousy, a person like me or anybody in our community is not going to deal with you or any of you. And let me, of all creed, color, and age, let me say why. Because first of all, you have to understand, again, what did God just say? What are you requiring from yourself? And what are you putting out in the atmosphere with your energy? With your spirit. See, you got to be careful with that. See, they didn't teach us that in school. And we didn't learn it from home. And they definitely didn't teach it in church. And if they did, we wasn't paying attention, excuse me, but let's be honest, people. And when people start to really um self-evaluate, I'm telling you, I keep telling people, you have to be your own case study. You cannot be looking, because you will be distracted, you'll be all over the place. Your spirit be all over the place, your heart all over the place, your mind all over the place. I'm telling you, God is dealing with his people in this hour, and a lot of people gonna be left behind, a lot of women and men. And it's very sad because, again, ain't nobody doing the self-evaluation. Everybody looking at everybody else. And let me ask you this, because I had a conversation. Let me finish that off with the young lady, and I'm going to share another conversation I had the day before. Um, the lady went to talking about white women, and she went to expressing how, um, they the princess and this and this and that. And she said what was so weird, she was like, I've never had an issue with white women. And just here recently, I guess this must occur with this situation. I ain't going off in all that, but for their privacy and things like that. But I'm gonna say this. Um, it's sad when, you find, let's say this, let's give us a scenario, and then y'all, I'm gonna fill you in. You and your man, right? Y'all run your own business. And let's say y'all truck drivers or y'all movers. Let's even use it simplified, movers. And y'all moving, and you and your husband know, and the owner and the husband and wife is white, and you all are African American. And the wife is very fond of your husband, but of course she ain't gonna let her husband know that. Of course not, right? But the bottom line is, you as a woman, you picked that up when you first met her. And let's say you told your husband, and not that your husband blew it off, your husband heard you, respected what you said, but he didn't think nothing really of it. Okay. And let's say they go hang out or whatever. And, nothing happened or anything, but you notice her, we women, we know about another woman. Bottom line, you tell your husband when you see him, like, baby, she, mm-mm. He like, no, she cool, she blah, 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 blah. And then um, she sees you, and then she just do some whole other stuff. And let's say she just lies on you, tell all these lies. I'm just giving a hypothetical here. But the bottom line, to the moral of the story, you told your husband. You had the spirit of discernment to pick up that spirit of manipulation. See, I'm telling you, people have a strategic way of disguising deception and lies and manipulating people. And it's really sad because I don't feel like you should lie to nobody if you don't have to. You shouldn't be manipulating them anyway, because if they mess with you like that, there's no need for that. True, right? So, what God is saying to the females, as well as the males, but really the females right now, that jealousy spirit, that's not going to work. And if you're working out of that spirit and manipulating and lying and doing all this craziness, you will pay. That's it. And see, this is an hour where a lot of people have done things, and we all gonna pay, whether it's good or bad, including me, everybody. And this is why I'm trying to help people really understand. You do not want to be on getting your ass whooped by daddy. I've been there too. And that's why I'm trying to tell you. Because it's just not worth it. You know, some people right now finna get karma already getting it. And they looking like, where Ebony at? Where Ebony? That's who I can go to when I needed to talk and da da da. Yeah, but that's over with. You played the wrong hand. You got on the wrong side. And the Lord saying to some of the females, you got on the wrong side. And now you looking for people like me that's in your life that you sat there and manipulated and played games thinking, I'm going to help you. God said, no, you're not. You're not going to help them. They're going to help themselves. It's nothing disrespectful to you, but you had an opportunity. And thank God for the choice of free will. You didn't choose the right answer. So, what God is saying to all of us, females and males, you must do a self-evaluation. You cannot be around here playing around with other people, fooling around. And then when stuff go left, you looking at them when you should have been looking at you. And, you know, I know sometimes it get frustrating, but you got to make wiser decisions. And I say this to the young lady, I'm not finna deal with y'all because y'all, a lot of y'all, unfortunately, number one, in this hour, we're only dealing with the people we're called to, okay? So let me make that very clear. It's nothing disrespectful to no one else, but we must move and deal with the people we're called to. We can't be dealing with so and so and so and so, so and so, so and so, because again, God ain't called us to them. And you know, if we not wasting no more time, because time is winding up, as we all know, and we're not doing that. So I'm addressing in this all in America. Everyone, every creed and color. I'm telling you now, it's no, you know, you see me turn my head, I know God ain't sent you. It's nothing personal, but I know God ain't sent you. And I don't need nobody trying to cipher my energy. I don't need nobody trying to pull on my, I don't need none of that. I don't need you to know what I know. I don't need you to know none of that. What I need you to know is know about you today, starting today. Some of y'all are going to get karma, unfortunately, and it's going to be a lifetime. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you must understand when you making certain choices that's not a part of God's plan in your life, you make a wrong turn and you end up going the wrong way. So you end up making more havoc and problem for yourself when he telling you don't go that way. And people have to come to accountability. You can't keep looking at other people saying, oh, it's their fault. No, you did it. You made the choice. What you mean it's their fault? No, it's their fault. No, it's your fault. You did it. You can't blame them for what you had free will to choose. You chose the wrong choice. God gave you options. He gives us all options, whether it's good or bad. The God and the devil give you options. So it's nobody can say, oh, I ain't getting no options. We all get options on everything we do. You understand what I'm saying? But the bottom line, God's saying in this hour, people is not the things they have done, the ladies, females, and males, is not going to go unpaid due. You're going to have to pay that debt. Whether it's good or bad, you got to pay that debt. So, you know, you can't say, oh, I'm going to go cleanse on the Ebony because Ebony, she anointed and I ain't got to worry about it. I know I'm going to be protected. It's not going to work like that. You need to go to God because you the one did it and God the only one can fix it. I'm telling you the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. Man, we can't fix it, but God can. So if you're dealing with a spirit of jealousy, the thing